Welcome back, everyone, to Little Rhody Wargaming for a Star Wars Legion Christmas special. Okay, today's Christmas special is a modified version of Key Positions. So the Rebels were enjoying a nice Christmas tradition, and the Empire is coming to take away the Ewok Christmas village from them. So each one of these little houses is going to be worth 1 victory point at the end of the game, with the tree being worth 3. The Rebels will be starting in the middle. The Empire will be deploying 6 inches in on either side of the boards. And there's very little cover today. So any of the houses, any of the hedge lines cluster around the trees is going to be considered light cover, with the downed AT-AT being hard cover. You'll also notice that we have a few little supply drop Christmas presents out here on the board. So there's 6 of them out here, and each one of them has one of these supply cards underneath it. When the unit comes in contact with it, they will open up their gift and they will get the card that's underneath. It's a slight variation from the normal supply drop, where the player would pull 2, choose the one that they want, and stick the one that they don't back in the deck, because they're Christmas presents, not a Yankee swap. So let's get everything deployed on the board and take a look at the armies.
So first commander is Leia with Vigilance and a portable scanner. Next commander is Han, and he has Up Close and Personal. Then we got Chewie with Tenacity. Operative Luke with Force Push, Force Reflexes, and Hope. For Special Forces, we have a unit of Pathfinders with POW and the config. For troops, we got 2 units of Rebel Veterans, each with a CMO 93. And 2 units of Rebel Troopers, each with a Z6. For support, we got a unit of Tauntauns with no upgrades. And then Heavies, T-47 Airspeeder with the Harpoon and a Hotshot Pilot.
Alright, got General Veers. He's got electro binoculars and commanding presence. Alright, got Imperial Officer. He also has electro binoculars. We've got Bosk. He's got targeting and hunter. Alright, we got Operative Vader. He's got Into the Fray, Force Push, Tenacity, and Saber Throw. Alright, got 3 units of Snow Troopers. They each have an extra Snow Trooper with them. 2 of them have the T7 Ions gun, and 1 of them has the Flame Trooper. Then I've got a unit of Stormtroopers with a Stormtrooper Captain and a T-21 Stormtrooper. I've got 2 units of the 74Z Speeder Bikes, no upgrades. I've got the E-Web Heavy Blaster team, and I went with the Overcharged Generator. We've got the ATST, he's going with the DW3 Concussion Grenade Launcher, the Imperial Hammers Elite Armor Pilot, and the 88 Twin Light Blaster Cannon.
So here we go. Everything is deployed and set for the first turn. We've chosen our cards, and the first flip is... Alright, the Rebels have Coordinated Bombardment, and I can't read upside down. The Imperials have Debark for Ground Assault. So the Rebels got the lower card. So at the end of Leia Organa's activation, she may perform up to 3 attacks against different enemies using the following weapon: the immune 2 red dice, and Debark for Ground Assault. Each friendly trooper unit that is issued an order gains Spur. The weapon of each friendly trooper unit that is issued a order using this card gain Suppressive. So, Rebels being the first one, we'll get the orders out. So for face-up order tokens, Leia has one on herself, and then over here, the Imperial Officer issued a order to himself, and one to each one of the Snow Troopers, so they'll get some of the special stuff from the card. So the first activation goes to the defending Rebels.
All right. I am Gonna go with Leia first.
Okay.
That's the smartest route here. And give me just a sec. I gotta think about this.
So Leia moved over there to support, and at the end of her turn is attacking 3 different units with the coordinated bombardment. So it's going to be Vader and the unit of snowtroopers and the unit of stormtroopers. So let's get the 2 red. Well, let's start with Vader. Immune to deflect.
All right, 1 hit.
1 hit. Just need the 1.
Saves it.
Okay, and it's a block. So the snowtroopers.
1 hit.
No block, so one of them's removed. And then the stormtroopers.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Dice.
Because they do not surge, right?
Yep, and then a
Okay.
suppression on all 3 of them.
Okay, we'll get that marked up and move on to the Imperials. So the snowtroopers double moved up, and they're going to be firing as part of their move. They only get to do that once. They are firing over at the Pathfinders. They've got 7 white dice, 1 black dice, surging to hit. And that is 3 hits, but the cover removes.
One of them's a crit.
So that goes through.
Those surge to hits, they get canceled by cover.
Okay, so you've just got 1 to roll.
1 save, which I believe
It's a white save.
White with a surge.
White surging.
Yep. All right. So I lose 1
And you lose 1.
and take 2 suppression because they're suppressing this turn.
Okay. So we'll pull 1 of them, and we'll get the suppress tokens on there. So the rebels had to go to the stack and pulled the special forces. So the Pathfinders are going. They have 2 suppression, and okay.
Nope. No,
So they no longer have 2 suppression because they managed to roll them off with a courage of 2.
All right. We are gonna claim on the.
Okay. So the Pathfinders open up their Christmas present with a claim action, and they get the holo projector. During the order step of the command phase, issue an order to yourself and or another friendly unit at range 1.
Cool.
So we'll give this to Will.
All right.
And you've got 1 action left.
We're gonna shoot back at the stormtroopers.
Okay. So you're going to be firing at the stormtroopers.
We are not in config right now, so that should be 2 per guy, and then 1 red and 1 white for POW.
Okay.
And surging to hit.
Surging to hit.
So 3
3 hits. So that's going to be 3
red saves.
red dice saves on the snowtroopers.
No surge.
No surge, just looking for normal. Okay,
2 down.
so 2 down, 1 save. So the ATST moved up, and it's going to be firing its main gun into the squad here with 2 white dice, 2 black dice, and 2 red dice, surging to hit because of the pilot. So that is 4 hits, blocking with white dice. You do have cover, light cover.
Yep. So I lose 1 to the cover, assuming that there weren't all crits over there.
Nope, just 1 crit.
All right. 3 on surges. Oh.
Ooh, okay, so 3 go down. And he's also going to be firing the blaster cannon with a single white, single red, and single black into that heavy weapon there. And that is 2 hits.
Are they all crits?
None of them are crits.
Okay,
so
so
1 goes through. And
Takes a wound.
okay. So we'll get the wounds and the suppress markers all put out. So Will pulled from the rebel pool and got troops. So these troops here are going to be firing at the snowtroopers. They have
No surge.
No surge, but 6 white, 4 black with an aim.
Okay, so no surge.
Okay, but we lose 1 from the cover, so that is going to be 6 saves.
5.
5?
Because of the cover. Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I get 5 red dice.
Yep. No surge.
So 5 reds, just... Wow.
Got 1.
Okay, so 1 goes down, and we got the second suppression mark already out. Okay, so the speeder bikes moved up. They're going to be firing on them with 2 of each, surging to hit. And we have, well, that's 5 hits, 1 of them being a crit. So you will lose 1 for the cover.
Yep. So 4.
So 4.
Probably help if I roll defense dice instead of offense dice here.
Yep.
I believe I searched to defend.
So you're just looking for paint.
Your troopers, right? Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Wow, and 4 of them are killed.
Alright, so that's just the squad leader left.
Yeah.
That didn't go well.
No. And he takes a point of suppression, and we'll move to a rebel draw. Okay, so the airspeeder did its compulsory move. It's aiming and firing onto the ATST with 3 red, 3 black.
Surging to crit.
Surging to crit.
So,
2 crits.
crit. Crit. There's another crit. And
A normal hit.
has impact 3, so both of these essentially become crits for this. They go to
Okay.
the armor.
So that's 5 critical hits onto the ATST.
5 weight saves.
Okay.
Got 2 more.
Do you surge on defense?
Yes. All right, so looking for paint. And it takes 2.
Okay.
Lucky for that surge. So we'll get that marked up and pull the next token. So Bosk just did a double move to get, make sure he's up in range to start doing some scary things next turn. And the rebels pulled a troop token from the stack. So these veterans are shooting at Bosk with 4 white, 4 black.
And the aim will let me reroll. He is 2.
All right, and you did say you had surge to hit?
Yes.
All right.
So we get, that was a hit before I knocked it over. 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 5 saves. He did get 2 surge tokens, so he takes 2.
Well, we can surge that.
Yeah, we'll search that.
So yeah, you take a suppression and 2 wounds.
Okay. Okay, so the speeder bikes made their compulsory move, aiming and firing at the speeder with 1 of each. So we got 3 hits and a crit.
Okay.
So the speeder bikes have impact 1.
You can reroll with the aim on the 2 white dice.
Okay, so that gets another hit.
So are you surging to hit or crit?
Surges to hit.
Alright, so that becomes a hit. You impact 1 gets you through there. These 3 go away.
Okay, so the airspeeder's rolling 2 saves.
Yep. And white's surging to block.
Okay, so 2 whites looking for paint.
Takes
And
1.
1 goes through. So Chewie's dodging, which means Han is also dodging, and Chewie's taking a shot at the ATST with the bowcaster with 2 reds, 2 whites.
Pretty sure he surges. He surges to crit.
Okay. So we got 1 crit, and the bowcaster's impact 1, so that's going to be
So
2 saves.
2 saves.
Looking for paint.
Also pierce 1, so I will negate 1 successful save. Takes 2.
Well, so takes 2 wounds, and the ATST is damaged. Quick correction, it's only taken 4 wounds. It needs to take 8 to be damaged. Okay, so Veers just moved up to get a present next turn, gave himself a name, and gave the E-Web a name. So these rebel troopers here have taken a dodge and are firing everything into the speeders. There's a Z6 in there, so it's 6 white and 4 black with no surges. So that is
5 by the looks of it.
Yep.
So red saves, I think. No, actually, they're white saves, aren't they?
Yep.
White saves with surge, probably.
Yes.
So 5.
Okay.
1 dice.
So one of the speeder bikes explode. It hit a tree.
Probably.
So just a quick correction. They actually had cover 1 because of one of the unit's abilities. So it's down to 2 wounds. So the E-Web moved up. Is going to be firing at what's left of this squad with 2 white, 2 black, and a red with surge to crit. So there's a crit and
2 hits.
2 hits.
2 hits, but you have a name token.
Yep. So 2 crits, 2 hits. 2
Okay.
hits go away to cover and shock. So I have 2 saves.
All right, so 2 white dice.
Big
We're
paint.
looking for paint.
1's left.
Okay. So just the squad leader is left alive. So the heavy weapon tried to rally off its shock, didn't, but it's going to be aiming and firing at the speeder bikes with 4 black, surge to hit, and crit 2.
Alright, so
Luckily, there's an aim.
3 hits. 1
Okay.
goes to cover.
So it's 2
hits.
criticals.
Well, no, I don't have the. I didn't have any surges.
Right.
Killed the bike.
Okay. So now the bike is dead.
Finally.
All right, we'll go to an Imperial pull. So the stormtroopers moved up. They are firing at the weapon platform with 8 white dice.
Should I
There
roll
is
the
a crit surge to
T21
hit.
separate
All
because of the
together.
critical?
It all goes to the pool.
Oh, okay.
So the T21 has a crit 2.
So
And surging to hit.
surging to crit on some of them. How many? It's crit 2?
Yeah.
So that becomes a crit. That becomes a crit. That becomes a hit because of your regular, but you lose it to the cover. So that's 4.
4. 4 onto the platform.
All right, and that's gonna be white surgeon block.
Yep.
And he's dead.
It's dead. There is no paint. So that comes out. Token comes off the board, and it goes to the rebels.
Because why
So the one veteran squad leader managed to rally off both of his shock, and is going to be taking 1 shot with black dice at those stormtroopers
not? With a name.
with an aim.
No.
And he missed. So the snow troopers weren't able to rally, but they moved up and doing their once fire on them with 6 white and a black.
Terrible. So that surges.
Crit and a hit.
Yep, crit hit. The hit goes away because they have cover.
I can't dodge the crit.
Can't dodge the crit. Okay.
This guy.
And yeah.
Because I can't roll saves.
No, you can't. I think you've rolled maybe like 4 saves this entire time.
Yeah, well.
Han. So Han moved over and opened the present that was here and got an arc welder so he can repair the snowspeeder.
Yay.
I guess I'm going to come down to this piece down here.
Okay. Are we activating the officer or the snowtroopers?
Might as well activate the snow troopers.
Okay.
Can I get... All right, well,
So
we're gonna-
the snowtroopers double moved up, and who are they firing at?
Mine is, I want to I don't know if there's any real benefit to it or not, but I want to take this guy out.
Okay.
Okay.
There
So,
is
5 white.
Remove a token from this deck.
A crit.
Okay.
So forces the save.
Yeah, force the save. Looking for paint.
Hey, okay, you made one.
But he takes 2 suppression because he's suppressing.
So Luke used charge and force reflexes to give himself a dodge and got into contact with the speeder with 7 black.
Yep.
Okay, and you're surging.
To crit.
And
So
yeah.
we get 5.
You got 2 more white dice?
Yep.
So 5 looking for paint.
He's dead.
And it goes down.
So that's token out.
So Vader moved twice, and because he's operative Vader, he's throwing a lightsaber at Luke.
Okay, so 2.
2.
I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to dodge out of this. And, no, I don't have any surges. So, unfortunately, I can't deflect anything. But I do have to roll 1 save. No, you have Pierce. But I'm immune to Pierce. So, 1 save on red. Can't roll a save.
Nope.
So I take a suppression and...
Ooh, lose the dodge token. So the Tauntaun Riders are aiming and firing at Bosk. 4 red dice with an aim.
Didn't need it.
Nope, didn't need it. So that is 4 hits on Bosk.
Just takes
Ooh,
4.
takes 4. So that brings him to 6 wounds and another suppression token.
Alright.
So the Imperial officer was the last activation, just moved up to the present to maybe claim it and unwrap it next turn. So here's a quick view of the battlefield going into turn number 2, and the cards.
Oh. No, it's okay. Yeah, cards first.
Okay, so the Rebels have Son of Skywalker. After Luke Skywalker performs his first attack, he may perform an additional attack.
That's bullshit.
And then we have a 3-card Lying in Wait for Bosk. Bosk gains Sharpshooter 1. After an enemy unit activates, Bosk gains 1 aim token. So the Pathfinders use the Hollow Projector to be able to give themselves a order. Bosk has a face-up order, as does Luke. And it's the Rebels.
I may regret this.
You might. We'll let him decide. Okay, so the Rebels pulled from the stack and got an operative. So Chewie is going. He took a dodge, which means Han got a dodge and is firing at the E-Web with 2 red, 2 white.
4 hits.
4 hits, one of them being a critical. So red saves with no surge. And takes 1.
But I have Pierce, so he actually takes 2.
All right. So Bosk activated, regenerated 3, and is going to be firing at him because of minimum range issues.
You have Precise. Do you want to spend a name to kill him?
Yes.
He's dead.
So he is taken out by the Trandoshan Terror. So Luke moved twice with charge to get around to the back of the ATST to hit it where it doesn't have any armor. And with Son of Skywalker, he's going to get to attack twice.
Yep. So we're rolling 7. Surge is crit. So that's 4 to start.
Okay.
Can roll your saves.
So they are white dice with no surges.
No surges?
Sorry, surges to block.
That's what I thought. Takes 4.
Okay, takes 4.
I think it's still alive.
Well, it hit 8, so it will at least be damaged. And then attacks again.
2.
So it won't destroy it.
The Pierce will go through the surge, so it takes 2 more.
Yep. So it's up to 10 with 11 wounds.
At the end of his turn, I'm going to force push.
And bring Veers into contact with him.
Yep.
No present for Veers.
I'm also going to tap force reflexes
For a dodge.
dodge.
Okay. So there we have it. The ATST is still up. So the ATST is disabled, which means
Can't reverse, and it has to spend 2 actions to move.
that. So the stormtroopers moved up and are firing on the rebel troopers with 8 white dice. With 2 hit. One is eaten by the cover.
Yep.
And we have a white die looking for paint.
Okay.
Hey, there we go. You made a save. Yes,
Yeah.
there is suppression.
If-
Okay, so the airspeeder took a move, and it's compulsory move, and is firing into the ATSD,
Also going to shoot the tow cable into them.
and firing a tow cable at the stormtroopers.
But yeah, ATST first.
Okay.
Surge to crit.
Surge to crit. Okay.
So.
3 crits, 2 hits.
Yep.
The armor doesn't care about the normal hits, right?
It does not, but I have impact 3, so
Okay, so they all count.
5 saves.
You get one more white save. Goodbye, ATST.
If you make all these, I'm gonna be very sad. No.
Oh, so close though. But the ATST is destroyed,
now,
and the harpoon.
the most important part of this entire game: firing a harpoon at a stormtrooper. Looking for pain. I got him. So, yeah, you just roll a regular save.
Red.
I kill the stormtrooper with a harpoon.
No, that's
That's
supposed to be
it's a red save.
Oh no!
You killed the stormtrooper with a harpoon. All right, so ATSD down and a dead stormtrooper.
Oh, that was worth it.
Okay, so Veers didn't want to get cut in half with a lightsaber and really, really wanted to open this present, so he just he disengaged. Okay, so the rebels went to the stack and got Leia, who moved up, gave a dodge to Han, who gave a dodge to Chewie, and then gave a dodge to Chewie, that also gave a dodge to Han, and then gave herself one. And the Imperials are going to the stack.
That's a little crazy, but whatever.
That's the ATST.
Oh, fuck, I thought it
And the ATSD still had a token in
That's
there.
what means I got this.
So
Okay.
bikes or E-Web?
So the E-Web is using its full pivot and tapping the overcharged battery to shoot at Luke.
So are you aiming?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can re-roll the 2 whites then. So that's 4 regular hits.
4 regular hits. I am going to use my dodge.
So that'll get out of 1. Brings you down to 3.
Activate deflect.
Okay.
So I know a surge to block, and if I roll any surges, I shoot you with your own lightsaber or with your own laser. You have that too on him. So no, I take a wound and a suppression.
Okay. So these Rebel veterans are going to fire on Bosk with 4 white, 4 black, and an aim.
Surge to hit.
Okay. And aim.
4 hits.
So 4 hits on Bosk. And he gets out of 2, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
I would imagine the Bosk searches to block.
No.
Oh, so he takes the 3 that he regenerated off. And a suppression. So the speeder bikes moved and had their compulsory move, and they're going to be shooting at the Rebel veterans
Okay,
with only 2 hits.
I'll take it. Surge into block.
And it's blocked.
I made a save.
You made both. That's impressive. So the ultimate dodge cheese continues as Han moves up, and he's shooting at 2 separate targets within 12 inches, which means he gets 2 dodges. Which means that Chewie gets 2 dodges.
So that's 5 on Chewie and 6 on Han.
Yes.
All right, so
Firing at the E-Web.
E-Web, sure.
2 hits. So 2 red saves on the E-Web.
He's got Pierce too, it doesn't matter.
Okay, the E-Web's dead then. And then Veers. 2 shots at Veers.
Both hit. Again, Pierce too, so.
So Veers takes 2 wounds.
Yep.
And the E-Web is knocked out. Okay, so the officer is opening the Christmas present and gets back to capsules. Treat 1. Place 1 wound token on this card to remove 1 wound or poison token from or restore 1 mini to a friendly non-droid trooper at range 1 and in line of sight.
So if you want, you can pull the guy back into that snowtrooper squad.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You can, with Bacta.
You'll use up the back to tank, but
And the assault on this side continues.
He can still do something, right?
Yeah.
is the back to tank free or is it an action?
So the Tauntauns move twice and are using Ram to melee Bosk.
Okay, I'll turn that into a hit with the ram,
Okay.
or a crit rather. Those are all hits, so I got 4.
4 hits on Bosk. So that's going to be 4 white dice. We'll roll them down here. Looking for paint. Bosk is out of here.
Alright.
So the Tauntauns have gotten some revenge for their trooper friends. So Vader has charged forward into melee with 5 red dice.
Into the fray won't help you yet.
Force push won't help.
Neither will tenacity.
Not yet. So you're looking for hits.
Yep.
Hits and crits.
So that's 2 hits.
3. Cover
No,
doesn't help.
he has no surge.
Oh, sorry. That was a surge.
Operative Vader does not have any surges. So 2 are cut down by Vader. So the Pathfinder's aiming and firing at the snowtroopers. So that's 3 hits with an aim.
Yep. Okay, I lose 1 to the shock. So 3 hits.
So 3 saves.
Get 2.
Okay, and 2 troopers go down.
And a suppression.
Yes, and another suppression. So the snowtroopers moved up twice, and they are firing on them, including 5 black dice, ignoring cover from the flamethrower. Any surges?
Surge to hit.
Surge to hit.
Stormtroopers.
Okay, so that is 5 hits,
5.
ignoring cover.
Alright.
You do have a suppression.
Doesn't matter. Suppression gives cover. I save 2. 3 die.
Okay, 3 are roasted.
And more suppression.
Yes, and more suppression. So
Can't
the
aim.
the troopers that were in melee with Vader still are, but they managed to rally off 1 suppression, and they are throwing 2 black dice.
I hit him once.
Hits Vader once. He has a red die. Oh! The rebel troopers have wounded Vader, which trigger his tenacity, which
Yeah, so
really just seems like a bad thing.
gets scarier.
So the snow troopers
Bacta.
unwrapped the gift of back to capsules.
All right, so
So the rebel squad leader is aiming and shooting at the snowtroopers.
He's in range?
yeah, he's good 18-inch range. If you want, I can check it, but it's definitely range.
Yep.
Yes, well within range.
All right, here we go. Nope. Aim. All right, that's a hit. Wait, no. Yeah, he's a
He's a
veteran.
rebel veteran,
He's a
yeah.
veteran, it's a hit. All right, you get a suppression.
It's a red die,
He killed one.
and he killed a snowtrooper. Yep,
Now you have to back to yourself instead of the stormtroopers.
and that's why he's a veteran. Okay, so all these troopers did was they managed to rally off 1 point of shock. They recharged the ion, which got rid of the second bit of suppression, and this is what it's like at the end of turn 2. Very brutal fight over Santa's village. So here's the battlefield. Start of turn 3. We've got our cards.
Oh, Ted's going first.
Okay, so the
Oh, God.
Imperials are going first with Veers' maximum firepower. So at the end of General Veers' activation, he may perform an attack using the following weapon. It's range 4, 4 reds,
No,
impact
it's
2, and
past
immune to
4.
deflect.
It has to be at least 24 inches
Oh,
away.
at least 24 inches away.
The
Okay.
other side of my line is done.
And then the Rebels have a 3 pip. Somebody has to save our skins. So it's Leia Organa and 2 units. After Leia Organa's activation, you may choose a friendly unit at range 1 to 2 with a face-up order token and activate it. The Veers Veers got the arc welder,
A little too late.
and the vehicles are over here.
And his other activation is we're gonna shoot Luke.
Shoot Luke. Okay. So Veers,
Here he is. So 3 white.
3 white with surge to crit.
One hit.
He 1 crit.
Does not surge to save, so he takes a wound.
Okay. It's a wound
And a suppression.
and a suppression.
And then is that at the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to pick people at least 24 inches away. And then you just... Is it people or one person?
And we'll figure out who gets bombarded by Veers.
He may perform.
Surging
All
to
right.
crit.
So Veers is bombarding the rebel position here. Yep, that's all of them.
Okay, so I lose 1 to the suppression.
Yep.
And then...
3.
Hold on, let's get these out here. 1 guy dies.
All right.
Well, that was a little not as nearly as impressive as I was expecting it to be.
It's because he made his saves, which is something he's wasn't doing at all the first turn.
Yep.
So Han is activating. He dodged, which means Chewie got a dodge. And then he's going to be shooting at Veers, which means he gets a dodge. And then he's shooting at the Stormtroopers, which means he gets a dodge. And Chewie gets 2 dodges. So, Veers. 2 reds.
2
hits?
So 2 wins. Because Han has Pierce 2.
So, General Veers has 1 wound left. And then 2 red of the Stormtroopers.
2 hits. Kills 2.
Okay, because Pierce 2. So 2 Stormtroopers go down, and they get a suppression. So the Imperial officer just moved up twice. So Luke aimed and charged into Veers. Here's that aim.
Lots of hits. Veers is dead.
Yeah, with Pierce, Veers has been cut in half with a lightsaber, which is exactly what he tried to avoid.
And we're going to tap Force Reflexes for a dodge again.
Okay. So the snowtroopers advanced over the defensive hedge, and we didn't roll. The veteran trooper is dead. So the airspeeder just zipped around and is strafing the snowtroopers. For 3 hits.
Yep.
So 3 red saves. Looking for blocks.
You're fine.
All of them blocked.
Just a suppression.
So the stormtroopers rallied off their suppression, moved around to the back of one of the objectives. So the rebel veteran leader is aiming and shooting at the snowtroopers. And he hit! Okay, so there's the suppression you wanted. And in red
He doesn't even
save.
take the hit.
Not because of the suppression.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vader is
they'll survive
hacking and
somehow.
slashing. Looking for hits and crits. Yeah, they're dead. They're gone.
And what do you want to do with your second action?
That's right, because he did not aim or dodge. He just hacked.
So the second action,
I believe that is all of the rebel troopers.
Nope.
No, one. Yeah, no, the veteran's still alive.
I throw my saber at him, or
No, you already attacked this turn.
Alright,
Just start moving. See if you can take down some of those heroes.
Actually, I think you killed all my trooper squads. Terrible idea.
So Vader moved up and force pulled the veteran in. So the Tauntauns double moved to ram the officer.
They gain 2 dodges for the agile.
Yep. Nimble.
And surge to hit.
Okay, so that's 4 hits on the officer.
And then get some ramming. Great.
Okay.
So 5.
5 hits on the officer. Well,
Okay.
they run the officer down. Bet she wish she had those back to tanks. Okay, so they moved, aimed, and they're going to be shooting the Tauntauns. Good thing they have an aim. Nope, 2.
Nope. They're. Yeah, sorry. Stormtroopers can reroll 3.
So 2 hits on the Tauntauns, and they're dodged. So the Pathfinders have switched their configurations to grenade launchers and firing at the speeder bikes.
You got it.
Okay.
So you have cover 1, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
Yep, the speeders do.
3 hits.
So that's 3 hits on the speeders. Okay. Maybe surge.
I'm imagining. I got it.
Alright.
So the speeder bikes just moved around and claimed the tree. So that's 3 points unless the rebels can take it back. So Chewie's activating and he's aiming and shooting at the speeder bikes. Which also means that Han gets an aim that he won't get to use.
So 3, I lose 1 to cover.
Okay, so speeder bikes have 2 saves to make. They make 1. So one of the bikes goes down. So the snowtroopers rallied off 1, but could still only take 1 action, in which they used the back to tanks to bring back a snowtrooper.
All you got is Leia.
Yeah, and all that's left is, on the rebel side is Leia. So Leia just moved and is shooting at the speeder bike with 2 crits.
All right. Roll your saves.
So 2 white dice.
Cover didn't matter on that.
No, they were 2 crits.
You make 1, but she's got pierce 1, so you
That's
take 2
1.
wounds.
Okay. So 2 wounds, 1 left to go.
And that's it for me.
And I do believe that is everything for the Imperials as well.
Yep.
So that's the end of turn 3. So quick sweep of the battlefield here.
Twos.
And we've got both cards down. So what, the
They're both
Empire,
two.
they're both twos.
Oh, you can't. You don't have any commanders. You're on to standing orders.
Oh no. Yep, because both officers are dead. So, I mean, standing orders for the Empire and push for the Rebels. So, a tactical strike between two synchronized units is a key component of warfare. So, 2 units get face-up tokens. So, Leia handed out some dodges, one to herself, one to Han, which brought one to Chewie, gave one to Chewie, which gave one to Han, and is going to be firing a shot with her pistol at the speeder bike.
So I need a crit or a surge.
There's a crit and a surge.
All right. So that's gonna kill him.
Speeder bike goes down. So the snowtroopers claim the house and move and shoot with 5 white, 2 black, with surge to hit. So that is 5 hits.
Now you can see what happens to rebels when they don't have dodges.
Bad things.
One of them dies.
Okay, so 1 dies, but the unit gets tenacity. So the airspeeder moved around is going to be firing at the stormtroopers, and you're harpooning them.
Yep.
Okay, so shooting at the troopers first.
So 5.
5 hits. Red dice. No surges.
Come on.
Got him.
Okay, that was a fortunate turn for the rebels.
And then the mighty tow cable. Still not sure how he recovered after getting towed off by the last tow cable. Hits.
Red save, no surge.
Ah.
But he managed to survive the tow cable a second time.
Shoot my tauntaun.
So this group of snowtroopers has recovered the ion rifle and is shooting the tauntaun. That
Okay.
is 3 hits.
Fuck.
Yeah.
3 goes down to 2 because I got a shock on me.
Okay.
That is not the correct thing to be rolling. Ignore that. Alright, so takes 1.
Takes a single wound. So the tauntaun turned and attacked, rolling 2 hits. 2 saves.
They're fine.
So the snowtroopers aimed, moved, and are firing as part of the move into the back of the snowspeeder. So they do surge to hit. So that is
Do you get impact off the island?
Impact 1.
4 hits,
So,
3 hits, 3 crits.
and an ion token.
Yes, and an ion token.
Save 2, take 1.
Okay, so that brings it to 2 wounds taken.
That's
Luke
Vader.
activated and just ran up. So Vader's just gonna cut this guy down, and he
The last rebel trooper.
last rebel trooper has fallen.
Technically, there's still one riding the tauntaun. And you still have another action.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge or move. Bring somebody into combat.
I'm gonna bring Leia into combat.
No, just pull. Okay.
So force pulls are right in. So Han is aiming and firing at the snowtroopers over there. And
Kills 2.
2 of them just die. Which means he gets a dodge, and Chewie gets a dodge. Chewie also gets an aim. So Chewie is aiming and firing at the snowtroopers. Gets an aim.
Second aim.
Gets another aim. Okay, so that's 3 hits.
Yep. She'll lose 1 to cover. So
Okay,
2.
so 2 red dice. No searches. two go down, and it's just the squad leader. And to finish turn 4, the Pathfinders just double move to get into base contact with the tree. So with that being end of the turn, it will also be the end of the game with the Imperials pulling back. So in the spirit of Christmas, we'll call it a draw. We're Little Rhody Wargaming. Hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun to film. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. If you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we do something like this. And we hope all of you have a great holiday season.